Hello everyone, Sheila here and welcome back to my channel. It's been a while since I did a video tutorial. So for today's video, I'm going to do a tutorial for this box card. This is a Christmas box card. Now, for the materials, I used one of the new collection by Pink Ink Design. This is Aurelius. This is from the Christmas series. And this is one of the newly released stamps this month. Okay, so this is the stamps that is included in the set. I used the main stamp, the sentiment, and the star here, and this part here. Okay, and I also used from the older collection, O Camel Ye Faithful. Okay, so perfect for the king here. So if you're going to use the camel here, I did a reverse stamping for this project because the camel is facing the other way. Here it is. So there's the camel. I hope you can see it. And I used these thin gel plate to do a reverse stamping. Okay, I just want to quickly show you the components of the box card. So before you assemble it, it will have this component, the main one, and then there's 3 pieces, and I will show you the measurements for this one. Okay, and you can adapt this one however you like for example this one here. Okay, this is another pinking stamp set. This is the I can't remember the name of this, but this is one of their older collection, and I will leave a link down in the description box to Pink Ink's Designs website, so you can get all these stamps from their website. Okay, so onto the tutorial. You will need an A4 craft card. I'm using a craft card here because I'm using an acrylic paint. And by the way, this is 250 GSM. I would advise you to at least use 250 GSM for this project so that it will be thicker and sturdy. So on the longer side of the A4, you will cut this one to 9.5. Okay, so I went ahead and cut it to 9.5. So then you will score at 1/2 inch. So I'm using inches here, and then the next thing is 2.5, and then 7, and then 9. Okay, then you will need any circle. This one is about 5 inches circle, and you will just kind of center that so that we will have an arc here. So just draw an arc there. So from your 2.5 score line here, you start at 2.5 score line and then end on the 7 inches score line. Okay, so this one will be our arc. Opposite to the arc, you will measure here, opposite to the arc that we made here, 3.5. Okay, you make a mark here onto your 2.5 score line, and then on the other side where your 7 inches score line, again you will mark at 3.5, and then on the 1/2 inch each side you will mark at 1.5. Okay, then on the other one, on the other side here, 1.5 inches. Now you connect that point from the 1.5 and 3, 3.5. You connect that point there like so, and the other side. As you can see, I hope you can see that. Okay, yeah. So we will cut this one. So we will remove that. You will cut that there. Connect that point and stop at the score line. Then you go up to the arc here. And then go down. And then follow that line. And then like that. And then you will end up with this shape. Okay? So then you will fold that. And fold that. And fold the 1/2 inch on each side, and you will end up with this. Okay, now for the 3 pieces, so you will cut this to 3 inches by 5.5. Okay, so on the 5.5 you will score at 1/2 inch and then 5. Okay, so each side will have a 1/2 inch fold like that. So that will go there. Okay, and then the second one, the second layer, this one is 2.25 by 5.5. And then on the 5.5 side you will score again 1/2 inch and then 1/2 inch on the other side. Then you will fold that. Oops, not straight. Okay, like that. And then it will go here, be the next layer. And then for the front here, on the front here you will cut this one to 1.5 by 4.5. Okay, 1.5 by 4.5. Then you will add that one there, and it will look like that, something like that. Now, so that's the basic of the box card, and you can decorate however you want. Before we paint this, I want to cut this one. So the top here, I want to cut it to kind of a wave here, like so. You can see. Okay, like that. And then the next one will be opposite to that, so that if that one has a mountain, then you will have here a valley, and like that. Okay, so it's not straight. Then this one will go opposite to next to that one, so that will be the same as that one there. Okay, so there we go.